Hey YouTube, it's Marita from the Nurse Lounge and Happy New Year. It is now 2021 and hopefully this video has come to you with thoughts of prosperity and peace for the year of 2021. However, I wanted to bring to you a video of my top 20 for 2020 beauty favorites for last year. So if you want to see the top 20 things plus some mentions that I have been loving makeup wise, these are my go-to products. These are products I use hands down. I reach for all the time, no matter what. For 2020, stay tuned. All right, we are back. My name is Dr. Marita P. I am a registered nurse. However, today we are doing the top 20 plus a few mentions of 2020 when it comes to beauty and skincare. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. I'm going to actually start off with the things that preferably in the order that I actually do my makeup. So if you want to see what we're talking about first, so first things first is face wash. I have a little bit more than 20 items because I had a hard time trying to narrow it down to just 20. I'm not good with that. So I just decided, hey, you know what? These are some mentions. I'll tell you which one I actually like the best out of the ones in the category. However, I try to stick to about 20, 25 items or so. So hopefully this won't be too long of a video, but I wanted to go ahead and jump right on in. So let's go ahead and start with the face wash. So when it comes to the face wash, my two things that I typically go to is the Fenty Skin and the O. Harrison Truth Juice Daily Cleanser. These two products right here, I go back and forth between whether I use one day, one night, one whatever. These are the two products that I have been using hands down. I've purchased this multiple times in 2020. Actually, I've only purchased this twice due to when it launched. And I've purchased this, I think, twice, 2 or 3 times as well. So these two cleansers, facial cleansers, are my go-to products that I use hands down every day for the most part. I do have some things that I switch out with, but these are my two things that I'm loving when it comes to my face cleansing regimen. The next thing I have is you want to typically use some type of a toner. I have several toners. I couldn't say I had one that was like my favorite. I have some that I love, that I like, but none that I went to typically, you know, every single day. I kind of rotate my toners out. So I didn't use a toner this time. However, the next thing I decided I wanted to pick up for was my vitamin C serums. I use vitamin C serums all the time for my face. Vitamin C serums, vitamin C drops, something like that for my face. Because vitamin C is very, very good for your skin. And it helps with the glowing skin. It helps with pigmentation. It helps just keep it looking youthful. And people have a hard time believing that I'm 42 years old. Part of that's because of genetics, and the other part of that is because I have pretty decent skincare regimen or routine. So I drink water, I do things like that, but this is what I've been using. And if you've watched any of my favorites, which I don't do them often, or my empties, you will see that I typically use the Minimo Bling 20% vitamin C, hyaluronic acid. These are drops. So I typically wash my face, use my toner. After I use my toner, I use some type of serum typically. And I don't have any serums in here as well because I rotate serums out. I have a lot that I like, but again, I tried to narrow it down to just the things that I went to all the time, hands down, purchased several times throughout last year. And so I don't have any toners or serums that I've done that with, but I do have some that I love that we'll mention maybe in a future video. But this Minimo Bling 20% vitamin C drops are my go-to all the time. This is probably my 4th bottle of this for last year. And I started this last year, so you can see it's still, I started this probably like 2 or 3 days ago. And you can see I'm already here. And it's simply exactly what it says it is. It's just vitamin C drops right here. And so you can see in the dropper, vitamin C drops, you need to get you some for your skincare regimen. So this is something I definitely go to every single day, no matter what. I use this one, and I have another vitamin C drop that I use that I love. I just make sure that I put it on my face and make sure that it's definitely something that I use in my routine. I never stay away from this. After I do that, then it's time to pretty much moisturize. So when I moisturize, my go-to for moisturization pretty much is the Origins Mega Bright SPF 30 Skin Tone Correcting Oil-Free Moisturizer. So I have oily skin, so I typically use this moisturizer right here. And this costs like $56 a jar for 1 ounce, 1.7 ounces, shall I say. So I use this during the day because it has SPF in it, and I have another one that I use at night. But Hands down, this has been my favorite for years. I cannot go without this. This doesn't give you that, since it has SPF in it, it does not give you that, that smell of the SPF in it, the sunscreen in it. It does not have that smell at all. And it does fine in terms of absorbing into your skin, just fine. This is my go-to for that. I happen to love this product right here. So that's what I use for moisturizer. Now, after I moisturize it, for me, the next thing I typically do, after I let my moisturizer sit, I go ahead and prime my face with some type of primer. The two primers that I have been using this year, this one is my go-to Pore Professional Matte Rescue by Benefit. It is about $32 at Sephora, or even at Ulta, I think. But this is something that I go to all the time. This is what keeps your girl put together, especially when it comes to the summer months. I have oily skin, and this matte rescue comes to the rescue and keeps me matte the entire summer. Now, because we have been in COVID and I have not been wearing as much makeup that I typically wear, I still do wear makeup, but I still have been wearing this. This is something I go to. Now that we have been working from home for the most part, I'm not wearing as much makeup other than to do videos or things like that, or maybe to go out with my friends or go out, you know, just to kick it for a little bit. But I'm not wearing this one as much just because of the fact that, again, I'm not needing it because I'm not out as much. However, I just picked up the Smashbox Vitamin Glow Photo Finish Primer with vitamins B, C, and E. This right here is what I've been using. Now that we are in winter time right now, my skin is a little bit more dry. And because it's a little bit more dry, I tend to like to want to glow, and I need more hydration and things like that. So I don't mind glowing. I don't necessarily need it to be matte. I like the dewy look like I have right now. So this right here is what I've been using, and it made it to my favorites, my go-to, only in the last month of December, because I just purchased it, I want to say in November or December. And I have been using this every single day that I prime. I love this primer. And again, it made it at the very end, but I still love it nonetheless. So this is the primer that I've been using along with the other one in the summertime. Next thing I try to do after I brush my teeth is moisturize my lips. So I moisturize my lips because I don't after I brush my teeth, and I usually use Laneige. So Laneige right here, I have several kinds. I have the lemon sorbet right here. I have vanilla, which has not been opened up yet. The lemon sorbet, this is a night sleeping mask that I use, but I typically use it on my lips at all times of the day, night. It doesn't make a difference. I use it just to prep my lips for my lipstick or my lip product application after my lips are moisturized. So while I'm trying to figure out what I want to wear, lipstick wise or lip gloss wise, I go ahead and use this to put on my lips to kind of moisturize. And when I'm not wearing lip products such as lipsticks or lip glosses, I'm putting this on all day long just to keep my lips moisturized. So this right here, this is the lemon sorbet. I have Gummy Bear. I have all of them pretty much, but this is the one that's in my caddy, my makeup skincare caddy, organizational caddy in my bathroom right now is this one. After I moisturize my lips, then it's time for me to go to my brows. So when it comes to my brows, I have been a fan of the Benefit My Brow Precise Brow Pencil, and I still love that pencil. However, in 2020, I discovered this one. This is the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Defining Pencil, and this is in the color deep brown, 280 or 260 deep brown. This is what I've been using here recently. It has your spoolie here at the end, and of course your color, you're at this end right here. And this one is almost out, almost out. So I need to go and get another one. Actually, I have another one on standby in there. This one right here quickly replaced my Benefit Precisely Brow Pencil. Now, I did not use this today, but I use this one pretty much on an everyday basis. I'm trying a new one as we speak. So today's look is definitely some newer makeup that I have that I'm like just got that I'm trying to try out, including the pencil and things like that I purchased. But this right here, it's Maybelline. It's only like $6 or I don't know how many dollars it was, like $8. And then of course the brow Benefit brow one is $24. So I could get 3 of these for the price of that one. I still love that one. However, if you're on a budget and you want something cheap that works, you don't have to spend money for good products. And that's what people feel. People think that I got to spend a lot of money for good products. No, you don't. There is some truth to sometimes where high quality products or higher, more expensive products are better products. Yes, sometimes that's true. But when it comes to this brow pencil right here, this was a great dupe for that. This one it takes care of my brow needs, shall I say. After I do my brows, then after I have let my primer set, then it is time for me to do my foundation. So there's 3 foundations that I picked to show you for last year. Now, mind you, of course, I'm going to exceed 20 products, but I could not help myself. So the one tried and true, and I want to bring something to you different that I don't really bring to you in my favorites. But the one thing I want to bring to you was this Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation up to 24-hour wear by Urban Decay. And my color is 70NN. And this one, let me tell you, especially in the summer months, all 3 of these are matte, by the way, or have a matte finish or have longevity when it comes to that. So this foundation right here, I love foundations, for one, that are dead on when it comes to my complexion. It's like having a second skin. It looks great. It's flawless. Those are the things I look for when it comes to a foundation. Plus, it's not cakey looking. I don't want to look like, I want to look like that I'm made up, but I enhance my natural features. Not that I have a cake face. I don't like that look for me. To each their own with everybody else, but not for me. So with this being said, I happen to love this one right here. Again, 70NN. The next one I happen to love was when Nars came out with their Stay Matte, or what is this called? Stay Soft Matte Complete Foundation. I got the color Morea Medium Deep 2.3. I have Tahoe and I have Caracas as well. They all work at different points in times. This is my shade right now. Actually, I think Tahoe will actually vouch me better in the wintertime. But this one right here is beautiful. I love how it applies. I have no complaints about this foundation at all. $40 at Sephora, Nars, wherever you want to get these products at. My last one I want to talk about is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. This right here is not a new foundation. However, I just picked it up again because I had it maybe 3 years ago and then I threw it out because it was old. And then I decided to come back and revisit this foundation again, picked it up on Amazon. I'm in the shade 109 Classic Tan. And let me tell you, this foundation right here, I can't even talk about the fact how good this foundation is. Again, you do not have to spend $60 on a foundation to get a wonderful application, a wonderful look for your face. You don't have to. It attests to 24-hour wear. I cannot attest, or it claims, I cannot attest to that because I don't wear my foundations or anything really for 24 hours. However, I can say it's held me a good 10 hours and I love this one, this right here, my L'Oreal. Now, you're probably saying, well, what do you apply it with? Well, this is an honorable mention because of the fact that I have not been using these all year. I've only been using these for the past month. However, my Sonia Kashuk or Canuck or whatever it is, sponges I have some back in that sponge container right there that I have. That has been my go-to the entire year. And yes, I still love her sponges. However, I recently found these. These are microfiber blender sponges. It gives you an airbrush look. These right here cost $12.50 or 12 something on Amazon right here for a pack of 2. And I recommend that you get these because of the fact that it does what a brush and sponge does together. So it gives you the airbrush look. It does not absorb as much of your foundation. So therefore, you're getting more of your product on your skin versus being soaked up in your foundation, which is what you want, which means it saves you coins because of the fact that you're saving money because you're not wasting product. This right here is something that I definitely have to have and will continue to purchase probably every 3 months or so until it's latex free, cruelty free, and vegan for this product right here. Definitely get you some. So the one thing I failed to mention earlier when it comes to my brows is what I use to carve them out with, which also can be used as a concealer because that's actually what it is. But I actually use this LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer, and I honestly use this to carve out my brows. I just simply love the application process of this. It's very simple. This is the color Fawn, so you can use it obviously as a concealer. But for me, I just simply take this brush as the applicator right here, and I simply just, go over my brow, and then I take a Q-tip and kind of just blend it out, and there you have it. My brows are carved out. This to me is the easiest way to do it. I do have the Nars Creamy Concealer in Caramel, which I do love, but it takes more work. And for me, I ain't trying to work any harder than I have to. Plus, this is like, what, $1.99? Again, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to look good. I happen to love this. I will always repurchase this just for the fact of carving up my brows, if nothing else. I really don't conceal in a normal way where we go and conceal and correct and things like that. I don't do any of that, but I do use this for my brows. Now, with that being said, we have now put our foundation on. I showed you my foundations. Typically what I do next after I put my foundations on, I actually do my eyes next, believe it or not. So I do my eyes next, and the two palettes that I have been reaching for most of the year is the Revolution Patricia Bright Shadow Palette. This is these colors right here. This is what I've been reaching for when it comes to my looks. This one, and then in addition to this one right here, the next one that I've been reaching for on a daily basis, so either between this one or Mother Pat right here, Pat McGrath. And I picked up, I purchased this later in the year, but I picked up the, which one is this one? This is the Mothership 8 Divine Rose 2. So Mothership 8 Divine Rose 2. And of course, that's what this palette is right here. You see it all marked up. But I happen to love these shades right here. Some of my favorites is this one right here. I always use this one right here as a transitional. I use this one for my outer V to smoke it out a little bit, but I happen to love these shades and I have been using these, and ever since I've picked up this palette, I love how it blends. It's smooth as butter when it comes to my eyeshadow looks. Now today I did not use it. I used Juvia's Place today for this look, but however, I definitely use this one almost every day, depending on what I'm going to do. I love this look right here. So now after I've done with my eyes, I then go to conceal, or not conceal per se, but I highlight under my eye if I'm going to do it at all. 9 times out of 10, I do not highlight under my eye. I really don't have time for that step. It's a step that I really don't need to do to brighten my under eye. I just let it be. This is what I normally look like when I actually do my makeup. But when I do highlight or under my eye to make it brighter, these are the two that I have been using. I have been using, and I just purchased this too. This one right here is the Dior Forever Skin Corrector. And I picked up the shade 4W. So this is what this looks like right here. When I do it, this is something I use. This is one of my favorite ones. And this became my favorite in December. Again, I don't do this often enough to really compare a lot of products when it comes to the under eye brightening. However, this one right here, when I tried it, I was in love the very first time. And when it comes to Urban Decay, it is the Naked. It's the concealer that goes with the foundation. I picked this up in the color 70WO. So these are my two concealers that I use hands down if I'm going to use to brighten my under eye, if I'm going to do it at all. 9 times out of 10, I don't do it. And so, but if I do, this is what I'm going to use. I don't have any powders here for you today because, again, I typically don't do this under my eye. So I have a variety of powders that I use, none which I say, oh my gosh, I have to use that one, I have to use that one. I kind of rotate my powders out just to keep them fresh and keep them used. But I do use Derma Blend with the illuminating effect underneath here. I do use the Laura Mercier, the honey one underneath here. I do use Patrick Star, the old one from MAC. I do use that one and love that one as well. So I have different ones that I use, but I do rotate those out. So none of them per se just made, like I go to them every day. Those two concealers though, I go to those every single day between one of those if I'm going to use a under eye concealer to help brighten. All right, so then after I do that, it is time for me to bronze. And let me tell you, when it comes to bronzing, there are two bronzers that I have been going to. Now, my Ipanema Sun by Becca was my #1 go-to for 2 years straight. And I started using that this year, and I actually used it today because I am trying to using up. I hit pan on that one, but I want to definitely finish it. That's what I'm using today is the Ipanema Sun. It is one of my favorites, but it was not my go-to in 2020. My go-to in 2020 were these two right here. So I have the Airbrush bronzer in 3. And I happen to love this one right here. I've been using it. This is one of the ones I use as well, but it's not my favorite anymore. My favorite is now this one by Gucci. Gucci came out with some bronzers, and I have been in love with this bronzer ever since I picked it up. So this is what it looks like right here. I got the shade or color 4. It comes, as you can see, with the brush. I may have used it once. May have not used it. No, I haven't used the brush. But basically, this is 4 right here. I love this bronzer. I use this bronzer almost every day if I'm going out. If I'm going to do videos, sometimes I use it for the videos. Sometimes I don't. This is my high-end bronzer for $62 or something like that. So, you know, I'm going to use it usually when I'm going out. But right now I am trying to shop my stash and use products up. But these two are my number 1 and 2 bronzers. And Ipanema Sun is still in the top 5. It's number 3, shall I say. And I may actually do a video where I dedicate, you know, do top 5s of all my foundations, bronzers, things like that. So you can understand, or not understand, but know what my favorites really are, what my go-to are. All right, so then after I bronze, then I typically will highlight. And when I highlight, my favorite go-to highlighter, hands down, is this one right here. It is Broke, but it is the NYX. It is the California Beaming by NYX. It is actually a bronzer, but it has the highlight properties in it. So I use it as such. And like I said, it is Broke. So without making too much of a mess, as you can see, it is something that I love. I'm going to buy another one and throw this one out. But this is the one that I use right here. It is my favorite. I used it today. It's what I use to highlight with my nose right here. And it is a bronzer, but I use it for my cheeks right through here to bronze and to highlight all in one. I place this over the bronzer. This one is called Sunset Vibes. And it is a bronzer by definition. However, I'm wasting it actually. However, it has highlight properties. And so that's what I use it for, the highlight properties. It doesn't do much for me for bronzing wise, but I do like this. You can see what it looks like right here. Some have got on my hands. So you can't see that. But anyway, this right here is what I've been using for bronzer. After I bronze and I do all those type of things, now it is time for me to set my face. So when I do set my face, I set my face using one of two sprays that I have always used. My number 1 always, my Ace Boon Coon is the Make It Last by Milani. Make It Last Matte by Milani spray, 16-hour wear. I love this spray right here. $9.99. It always makes it to my favorites. It makes it into my empties. I always repurchase it. I have 2 on standby. This is the best purchase. Again, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money for something good. Now that I just said that, the other one that I've been using is the one by Charlotte Tilbury, the Airbrush Fall Setting Spray. Party All Night, Stay All Day spray. I have the large size right here. You can see I've been using it. I use it, but I have others that I rotate through. But these 2 right here are my 1 and 2 setting sprays. 1 and 2 setting sprays that I have been using in 2020. Now, mind you, this launched later in the year. So primarily I've been using this one. Then I tried this one. And then, yes, I've been rotating between the 2. After I set my face with that, then sometimes, depending on the time of the year or what look I want to have, I actually want to do this Lumi Shake and Glow Dewy Mist. I purchased this back in August of last year, and as you can see, I have used it. You just shake it up right here, and if you want a glow, then you can use this right here. I love it. It works. It smells great. I particularly don't do it in the summertime because, again, I have oils and sweat, so I'm glowing enough. But this time of the year, you best to believe I love to glow and to shine. I like glowing not 24/7, but 365 days of a year. So I don't mind. I'm going to highlight to the gods when it comes to the summertime. I'm going to highlight to the gods in the wintertime. It doesn't make a difference. I like to be beaming, shall I say. So I definitely will use this product right here. I think I purchased this for $11.99 at Target, but it is it's a dew mist. So you're going to have a glow about you when you use this product. But yes, I highly recommend it. Now, after I use this, you may be like, okay, well, when do you do your eyelashes? Well, I don't put on false eyelashes. I always put on mascara. So now we're going to talk about the 2 mascaras that I have been using and loving all year long. And those mascaras are are not who you think they are. You would think that I would be buying, or that the better mascaras are actually the higher end ones. But contrary to belief, I actually happen to love two mascaras that are actually drugstore mascaras that are my favorites. And the one I have on right now is by Essence Lash Princess. That's what I'm wearing right now. And again, I don't wear false lashes, not like anybody who does, but this has the false lash effect, so it kind of gives you that look without actually having to wear them. I don't have time to do all that. So I do happen to love this one right here. You can get this for like, what, $4 at Walgreens and places like that. My next one, let me tell you, this is my third purchase of this. This is the, who's this? By L'Oreal. L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. And this is limited edition. I think the packaging is limited edition because I've always had this. But this right here is a new one because I'm actually done with two of these already. I keep one in my car. I keep this one right here. I keep one in my purse, one in my car, and one here in the house. And I go through these all the time. So in case I walk out the house and forgot to do my lashes, because I do them last. I spray my face to do my lashes last. I don't know why, but I do. Then I will have this in the car and have it ready to go. But this is a new purchase. I just purchased it from Target. But these are my two right here that I use for my lashes all the time that I feel like get me right every single time. I have $30 mascaras, but to me, for the money, this right here, I compare what the effect is based on how much money I spend on it. So is this really worth $30 for this mascara? Does the same thing that this $9 one does, or $10 one does, or this $4 one does? So no, it's not cost effective in that sense. But I do love those mascaras nonetheless because I happen to love mascara. So with that being said, these are the ones I usually go to. Now, after all that is said and done, it is time to do my lips. So when it comes to my lips, I have literally, if I had to count, I have literally probably hundreds of, all right, if I had to count, I probably have hundreds, and I mean hundreds of lipsticks. And so my go-to combination for every single day changes every single day. I have nudes, I have reds, I have pinks, I have purples, I have all kinds of colors, berries, I have it all. Matter of fact, I just ordered the Juvia's Place Reds and Berries gift set that's coming, that will be in December's monthly haul, or January's end of the month monthly haul. But with that being said, lip products are my go-to thing. I love lip products. That's what I spend probably the most money on. I buy a new lip product every single, probably month. But with that being said, the last month of this year, I have found and fell in love with two lip products that I adore. And one of them I have on right now. This is called Guinevere, I want to say. Guinevere by Pat McGrath. So this is what it looks like right here. This is what it looks like on. I happen to love this shade. It's just different for me. This is what it looks like right here. It is very different for me. It's kind of like, it's coming off more like a red on camera, but in real life, let me see if I can swatch it for you. Well, I guess it still comes off the same way. But this is what it looks like. But I think it looks great on my lips. And I'm very much into this. I love it. I picked up, as you can see right there, let me show you right there, all those lipsticks right there by Pat McGrath for the $12 sale that she just had. So I'm kind of going through trying to figure out which ones I like, but this one is one that I definitely like. And then I also, Fenty Beauty, Rihanna just came out with these Fenty Glass Bomb creams. And this one right here, which is Honey Waffles, I did not think I would like this one on me. And I love it on me. I may have to pair it because of my skin tone. It's pigmented, but it's popping because of my skin tone. However, if I pair it with a lip liner, I'm sure it will pop, but I don't even have to have a lip liner. I'm happy with it just the way it is. So with that being said, this right here, these two right here, they came late in the game, but I have hundreds of lipsticks in combinations that I do love, by Morphe, by MAC, by Dose of Color, by Pat McGrath, by everyone really. You know, I just Fenty, if even YSL. I have so many lipsticks and lip products that I just can't even, I couldn't fit them in a video. So this one right here, these two, this is what I have on. I happen to love this one. As you see, my Nars collection back there on the top, my Fenty Stunnas up there on the top. I love all those. I pull those all the time. I love a red. Another thing, if you watch my video enough, you know that I love a red lip. This is not red in the sense of like cherry red, but it is a form of a red, and I happen to love it. Vampy look. I don't say vampy, but darker look for this time of the year. So anyway, it took 30 minutes to get through these favorites, the top 20 plus of 2020 for me. Hopefully you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I am someone who loves, love products such as these. And I love makeup. I love beauty. You'll continue to see it on my channel. This is a nursing channel primarily. However, you know, we got to step away from nursing. Sometimes it's a little bit too hard to talk about or too of a serious topic. And I love to do some things that I love to do when it comes to makeup and beauty and fashion. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully 2021 for you will be a blessing. It will be prosperous. It will be full of peace, tranquility, and serenity. I am wishing you all the best for the year in 2021. And you all need to stay tuned to this channel because we are going to start some things on this channel in 2021 that we have not done in the couple of years past. But with that being said, I do need you to get me up to 2,000 subscribers. So if you happen to like this content, if you happen to like videos like these, or if you happen to like the nursing content or the fashion content, either way, just like or subscribe to the channel. You're come anyway. Subscribe to the channel. It is free. Let's get us up to 2K so that I can start doing something for my nursing students or my nursing people in nursing where we do a Q&A, a live Q&A. I will come on here live. I will come on here live and do a Q&A session with nurses, nursing students, and things like that to answer their questions regarding the nurse practice, nurse ethics, nursing school, nursing programs, anything they want to know about nursing or about me when it comes to being a nurse, when it comes to being an OB nurse, when it comes to things like that. So hopefully you can help me out in that, help them out with that so that we can get to 2K subscribers. We're 300 away, y'all, just 300 away. It does not take long to get to 300 subscribers. So definitely comment, like, share this video. I love interacting with you all in the comments. So let's chat down there. Until the next time, I'm Dr. Marita P. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Oh, wait. I forgot. Follow me on IG. Follow me on IG. My handle is on the screen right here. If you want to follow my nursing journey, or not nursing journey, it's my nursing blog page, shall I say, because I'm not in nursing school. I am an associate professor. I teach OB. I'm an OB nurse. So if you happen to like all that type of thing, definitely follow me on IG. The stuff is on the screen. Now, until the next time, until I see you in the next video, take care. Happy New Year's. Bye-bye.